So slowly but surely one of the craziest driver silly seasons ever is starting to fall into place. So far Oscar Piastri's move to McLaren has been confirmed, as well as Yuki Tsunoda's extension at AlphaTauri, whilst it was also confirmed that Nicholas Latifi is being dropped by Williams next season. And now Daniel Ricciardo has made a new comment on his future after being dropped by McLaren, as Alpine made a fresh statement on its vacant seat for next season. But before we begin, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and you can follow me on Twitter at James_Formula1 and there'll be a link in the description. So as we know, Alpine are in need of a driver alongside Esteban Ocon for 2023, after failing to secure reserve driver Piastri following the departure of Fernando Alonso to Aston Martin. But the team aren't short of options, with it having been revealed earlier this month that the total list of drivers being considered is 14. Now the favourite for the seat has been Pierre Gasly, and Alpine are reported to have been in discussions with Red Bull over releasing the AlphaTauri driver. But AlphaTauri will need a suitable replacement, and if they don't get one, then it's most likely the case that Gasly will remain with the team for another year. And Gasly has said that while his ambitions are to fight at the front, nothing is guaranteed about him leaving AlphaTauri at the end of the season. He recently told Sky F1, "There are a couple of things that need to be sorted first before we talk more about this situation. In my situation there are only positives, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks." Now on top of that, recently Alpine tested a number of candidates in Hungary, with Antonio Giovinazzi reported to have run on Tuesday, Nick de Vries on Wednesday, and reserve Jack Doohan on Thursday. And in an interview with Racing News 365, Alpine CEO Laurent Rossi said the team has now narrowed down its options for 2023 further. He said, "We chose 14 drivers, as Otmar Safnauer previously announced. Now we are down to 6. By the end of September, we should have a good idea on who we want to sign." So from that it looks like Alpine are getting much closer to deciding who they want in the car for 2023. But the team have said its preference is to have someone with experience who can score points right away. And well, 2 drivers fit that well, that being race winners Gasly and Ricciardo. Now with de Vries having recently met with Red Bull advisor Dr. Helmut Marko, I think Red Bull are trying to get the Dutchman in AlphaTauri so they can allow Gasly to move to Alpine. But even though Ricciardo has had a turbulent 2 years with McLaren which has led to an early departure, he's still won several races in the past and is likely to be one of Alpine's preferences. So despite the Alpine situation, for a few weeks now Ricciardo's been linked with a move to a reserve role at Mercedes, and Daniel hasn't ruled out this move, having previously said that he doesn't want to be on the grid next year for the sake of it, and would accept not being on the grid in 2023. Now there are limited opportunities for next year which does make a move more difficult, but if the right opportunity comes along, Ricciardo would be happy to take that instead of moving to a reserve role. And he has said he's open to going to Alpine, telling Sky F1, "We'll see what feels right and is right, but it's purely going to be on where I feel I can be the most competitive." And in an interview on the Fitzy and Whipper show in Australia, Ricciardo said he's carefully considering his options alongside his management team. He said, "Of course I want to race, I want to be on the grid, I want to be competing, but I'm not kind of seeing next year as all or nothing. Obviously 2024 is something I want to be aware of and look at." Now personally I believe that if Alpine do end up calling Ricciardo, he wouldn't turn that down. I mean, it's a manufacturer team who'll be putting in place a plan to get back to fighting at the front, which is what Ricciardo will want. But should that not happen, his only other real chances are Haas and Williams, neither of which currently have the resources to fight for the title, hence why he's seriously considering taking the reserve role. And if he does do this, he said he would still very much be in the mindset of getting back onto the grid in 2024. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.